Should I zoom y'all out some? A little better. I think I might. Like, ooh, I am all up in your business. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Sorry, my nose is itchy. See, now I feel like y'all are so far away. Wrong way again. Learn your camera. Okay, we're gonna call this good. There's a good chance this is a long, I have Peter Mon on over here, but this is gonna be a long video, so grab a snack, grab a drink, grab a Red Bull. It may not be, I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be. So, I've been absent for a while. See, I just feel like y'all are so far away. Oh, I just spit. That's cute. Okay, I like that better. I have been absent on here for a while. What did I just do? I don't know. I don't know. See, I've really been absent. I can't even like talk to the camera. I can't make myself presentable. Nothing. I have been sick, which you can kind of hear my voice. But there's just been a lot going on. I had some like internal storms, some really intense anger issues around the Christmas time, to the point that I like got a cold sore. I get cold sores due to like stress and stuff, and within like 8 hours it was like, hi, I'm here, because my internal storms and anger was really intense. I also was kind of dealing with finalizing the year. I really wanted to do an end of year video where we like kind of recapped 2018 and things that y'all didn't know and things that were before I started the YouTube channel, and I just didn't get to that. I wanted to vlog over Christmas with my family, and I didn't get to do that. I will insert some clips either in this video or I'll do another video of kind of little bits and pieces of the break, because I did have a wonderful time with my family. It was like the best 4 days I've had in a very long time. But I just haven't. I wanted to film, let's see, today is, I don't even know what day it is, the 4th. So I wanted to film like every single day, and I just haven't. This looks like I have like weird. I just haven't had it, whatever it is. I haven't put on makeup. I barely brushed my teeth, if we're gonna be honest. Like, I finally washed my hair last night. I just haven't been in the place. And so I'm here. I'm planning on putting this up today. But yeah, I apologize for being gone. Hopefully it won't happen again. As our family grows on YouTube, I'll have more abilities to talk to y'all through this platform that I don't have right now because we are such a small channel. But I am turning my personal Instagram into the Bold Widow Instagram. So I'll have Klebold Threads and the Bold Widow, and that's it. So I will start posting, like when I posted a video, it'll be on my Instagram, and I'm going to start truly dedicating to that, to Klebold Threads and to the Bold Widow. You know, I took 21 hours last semester. I was starting Klebold Threads. I was going through my depressions. I was being a mom. You know, there was just a lot going on, and some things fell to the wayside, and I really hate that. I had big ambitions, but I wasn't successful, and that is okay. So first I want to talk about some of the things that happened through 2018, good, bad, and otherwise. And we're going to start that. We're going to kind of jump around, but we're going to start that with that I started the YouTube channel. When I was nursing is when I found YouTube. Whenever I was up at night either nursing my son, or I couldn't sleep, or the nightmares or whatever, I found YouTube. And it was totally by accident. I think I was like scrolling Facebook one day and I came upon like a makeup tutorial, and that led me to Jaclyn Hill, and I binge watched Jaclyn Hill, and that led me to, I think, Manny and Laura through like a collab video. And so I didn't really fall as in love with them, but I watched some of them, and that led me to Jeffrey and to James, and then that led me into Peter Mon, and I can't remember who. Somehow I got to Glam & Gore, which, oh my gosh, I've watched everything she's ever done. I love her. And then that got me into Amber Scholl, and I've created this addiction to YouTube. Oh, and of course Shane Dawson. Hello, I don't even know when he fell in, but I've binge watched everything, which is a lot of videos that man posts, which he made me fall in love with Jake Paul. And it's just been this snowball effect, but it's become like a form of therapy for me, both watching and now connecting with you guys through my own stories. And that's huge. The first video I filmed, I hate. My mom loves it. I hate it. It's still up here. But it was my first time on camera, and I did it. Well, it was my first time on camera because I did some stuff previously, but it was my first time like trying to see what this was about. And it's been kind of all over the place. I've done like the goats and tried to do a makeup tutorial and like how-tos and story times and vlogs and just sampling the waters this year. And thank you guys for sticking it out with me, because I know it was kind of ugly at times. But I think through that I figured out where, you know, I really want to be from here on out as a lifestyle type thing. Where I can kind of incorporate everything that is me, because I am a mom, and I do raise goats, and we do have chickens, and I do live next door to my mother, and I am, did I say an artist? And I am starting a clothing line, and I do love music, and I do love festivals, and I do love all these things, and makeup I am obsessed with. And so I think I fit best in lifestyle-ness, and kind of whatever that holds and entails, and we'll see where that goes. So yes, thank you for sticking with me through all of that, and hopefully you will stick with me for the remainder of where this goes. Is that mine like too bright? I look like a vampire. Ooh! See, now I'm too dark. I got a new ring light for Christmas to help with, I don't know, it's gonna take some getting used to. So I'm sorry this video is kind of all over the place, but I did promise you that that's kind of where I'm at in the beginning of this. So what can I say? Let's see, 2018, Klaus got his first haircut. He's now had 3, which really was a trim, but it was a big moment for me. Let's see, I went to New Mexico twice. I went both times for art trips. One time was a printmaking kind of conference, and then one time was for art club, just an art trip. During the first one, this is kind of going to segue and then come back, but I had my first anxiety attack. I've battled depression for years. Losing my husband and my daughter just kind of made it worse, but I hadn't battled anxiety really until this happened. And I'm going to pause right there and say that this year, it's no hold bars. My stories are my stories. I own them. I can tell them. I will not be saying names and such, but I will not be holding back my hurts and my feelings and stories that I think are going to offend people, because they are my stories and they are my truths. And one of those stories happened on the way to New Mexico for the printmaking convention. And a friend of mine started asking questions while we were on our drive about things that a former best friend of mine had said. And it was things that I know the conversation was had, because that's the only way that this new friend would know things. And I honestly believe that that's what triggered my anxiety attack. I thought I was having a heart attack. I was in so much physical pain. I could barely breathe. I wound up leaving the printmaking convention with all of my closest friends from school and going to the hotel. While I was at the hotel, I was, honest to God, like texting my mother, like, I hadn't at that point finished my will, and saying, like, if I don't make it home, forge my signature on my will so that what I want gets put into action. I did not know if I was going to make it, and that sounds really dramatic, and I know that. But unless you've had an anxiety attack, I always thought it was like, that's such bullshit. Like, okay, you're having an anxiety attack, like, get over it. Like, breathe into a paper bag, whatever. No, it's real. It hurts. It took forever for me to get, like, through it. Eventually I was able to. I came home and I immediately went to see a doctor to figure out what was going on, because at that point I still didn't know that it was an anxiety attack. I'd done some research on it and I thought that that could be it, but the chest pain was so bad that I just couldn't see that as a connection. It had to be something was wrong. And so I managed to get that fixed. While doing that, my doctor found lumps in my breasts. And so I had a really intense breast cancer scare. I was sent to a specialist who told me that breast cancer wasn't an option because I was so young, which is not true. But she was she didn't even touch me. This woman didn't even touch my chest. She just said, you're too young, you don't have breast cancer. So that was traumatic and screwed me up pretty bad. So I went to another doctor. This is who is now my current physician, and I adore her. She found that I have developed scoliosis, which I know that I didn't have before because I do have bone issues and I do get regular check-ins, and it is a new development, so I had to see a spine specialist. And she also, I was having severe chest pains in my breast on the sides under my pit, and she did like a breast cancer check, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, this is really worrisome. Like, I know that they said that you don't have it, but I'm going to send you to our local breast cancer facility. And so I did that, and we are under the impression that I don't have breast cancer. However, I do have breast issues, and they're not doing what they should be doing by now, post nursing my son. We don't believe that I have cancer, which is wonderful, but I am doing regular check-ins for that, as well as my spine, to make sure that it's not getting worse. So that anxiety attack that was triggered by the feeling of betrayal snowballed into this, like, not only do I now have depression and anxiety as well as eating issues, now I have, I'm developing scoliosis. What am I going to do about that? Do I have breast cancer? No, you don't have breast cancer. Do I have breast cancer again? No, I don't have breast cancer. Like, these things just kept growing and growing. Meanwhile, life keeps going on. People, you still have to work. You still have to go to school. You still have to be a mom. You still have to feed your animals. I have not had the chance to be bedridden with my depression. And I think that that's a good thing. I think that I've been forced to get up, put my face on, and keep going, and that that's not a bad thing. But also sometimes I feel like whenever I'm hit with, like, the grief wave, that I'm hit harder because I keep everything so submerged. I keep myself, I've talked about this before, on the highway. I don't get off the highway. I don't let my mind go there. I don't let my mind see my memories. I just don't get off the highway of now, present, forward. And so whenever things happen and it bubbles up to the surface, it hits me so hard, which is why I think that I started having these anxiety attacks. I had another one the other day, and honestly, I'd been a while without having, like, a full-on like heart attack, anxiety attack, and I was in so much pain, and my mother actually was the one that said, like, is this like what you were feeling when you had the anxiety attack? And I was like, yes. And so I went. I have Xanax just in case. I don't take it unless I need to. So I went to the medicine cabinet, I took one, and I was able to kind of get back to where I needed to be. But I again had forgotten, even though I went through it, I had forgotten how physically painful that is. And so that happened this year. I also went to Meow Wolf twice, which is awesome. If you haven't been to Meow Wolf, you should do it anytime you're in Santa Fe, and I know they're expanding. Take your hand sanitizer. Be sure to take your vitamins. It's a very like tactile place. Lots of people, lots of touching, lots of breathing each other's air, but it is worth every single second, minute, all of it. It is such an experience, and I don't think that I could go 20 times and have ever truly had enough. They do tweak things as you go, like there's always been like something new, but I really am eager to see their new locations and see kind of what's different, because I know it's going to be a different experience. I started Klebold Threads. I had no intentions of starting Klebold Threads this past year. I plan on doing it this year in January, right now, on the 7th of January, opening up. But I was gonna, prepare for it for my senior project and then launch it in January. But I was working on it and working on my senior project and trying to get ahead and trying to be, a good student. And I had started doing the YouTube thing, and my mother and I were talking one day, and she's like, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just share it? And so I was like, okay, but I want to do it on the 7th day of the month. Like, the 7th is our number, yada yada. And at this point, it was like the 13th, and I was like, I could do it on the 17th. She was like, yeah, you should do that. Well, I'm like, that's in 4 days. So we decided to do it on the 27th of July. And so between that, like, 14th or 13th and the 27th, I made business cards. I built my own website. I finished shirts that I was happy with for my first launch. I started the Instagram for it. I did a photo shoot for it, which I will come back to. Hold on. And had it ready to launch on the 27th. So within like 12 days, I did all of it. I mean, I just sped through it and I made it happen. And it was such a huge, proud moment for me. I didn't tell anyone at all, which was funny because I got in a lot of trouble from my family and friends for like, why didn't you tell me? Like, why didn't you say this was happening? But I've learned over time to keep my mouth shut. For something I want and something I'm working on, keep your mouth shut until you have the proof. Because every time I've ever spoken of something too soon, it never comes to fruition. And I didn't want that for this. Like, this has been a lifelong dream, and I wanted to give it everything that I had. So I did, and it did more amazing than I could have ever dreamed. I look back now even, and it's only been like, I guess now it's been like 6 months. What? This is cute. It's been like 6 months, and like, I've learned so much, and like my designs have changed so much, and there's so much that I wish I would have known then, but that's how you grow and that's how things happen, and that's okay. But it's just been so amazing, and I'm so grateful for everyone that has been with me in this starting process and who has supported me, and I can't wait for the future, and it's just going to get bigger and better from here. I have several trips planned out for learning excursions that I'm really excited about, and so I'm going to hopefully take you all along with me, and yeah, it's really exciting. In that time, for my entire life, my biggest insecurity has been my teeth. Forever, always. I still remember in high school, like, comments about my teeth, even though, like, looking at other people who've gone through it, my teeth weren't that bad, but the comments, like, dug holes inside of me. And so this year was able to get my wisdom teeth taken out. I was able to get my teeth scraped. I got the muscle from, like, under your lip through the back removed, and I had a tooth pulled all in the same day. And 2 days later, I did a photo shoot because that's the day I could have my photographer and all of my models. So I believe it was on a Wednesday. I had all of my oral surgery, and Friday evening, possibly Saturday evening, I can't remember, we did a photo shoot. We did 2 locations, and it was wonderful. Everyone says their wisdom teeth experiences are awful. Mine was wonderful. I healed well. I didn't have any issues. I didn't have to have mine like surgically removed, like they had already come to the top, so I just had them pulled, so that could be part of it. I don't know. But after that, I was able to start Invisalign, and I'm finally getting to straighten my teeth. As soon as I get them straightened, I'm going to get them whitened and get the tooth pulled. I'll have an implant, and I'm already seeing such a change. In my graduation picture, I smiled with my teeth. I get so many comments on, why don't you ever smile? You'd be so much prettier if you smiled. Like, I don't. I smize because I hated my teeth. And in my graduation picture, I was sitting there at the end of graduation, like, holding my diploma for the picture, and, like, all I could think of was, oh my god, you're showing your teeth. Like, it is such a huge thing for me. It is such a huge thing for me. And I get my 4th set in 6 days, which is really exciting. And then, yeah, I'm working towards that. I've wanted it my entire life. We never could afford braces. We couldn't, Invisalign wasn't really a thing when I was in high school. It was like only for like people way, you know, up in the money scales and or connections. But anyways, that happened this year. It's huge. I'm 28 now. I was 27, finally getting to have, you know, work towards the teeth of my dreams, which is just, it's huge. Like I said a second ago, I graduated from college finally with my bachelor's in arts. I also have a degree in American Sign Language. I previously was working towards another degree before everything happened, so I have a little bit of that. Should I ever want to go back, which I don't. But that was really huge. I graduated as a Buff Ally, which is a support group for the LGBT plus community, as well as anyone who is feeling prejudices of society. And I also graduated on the President's List with Gold Honor Cords. I graduated with 4.0, which I never thought I would care about that, but keep maintaining that with everything else that I have been going through. I finally understand like what a huge weight it was. I was only doing it because I'm the kind of person that is all or nothing. Like, if I wasn't going for a 4.0 and I was just going to pass, like, I'd pass with C's. Like, I either want perfect or I just need to like get through it. And so keeping that 4.0 was a way for me to like give everything I had every day. But I didn't really, it was just a means to get to the end. It wasn't like, wow, look what you did. And now I'm kind of understanding the true gravity of what that means and what I did, and it's really amazing. Let's see, Klaus had his first hospital visit, and that was terrifying. During that time, I was actually, the day he went to the hospital, Peter Mon, who is a gossip channel and or, I don't know, I don't think he's gossipy. I think he's like, he's an information channel. He's like pop news type thing with commentary, whatever. It doesn't matter. Y'all don't care. He, back in, I want to say August or September, I had sent out shirts to my favorite YouTubers with cards just saying thank you. Like, they are the ones that kind of got me out of my rut. They're the ones that got me here. They were the ones, like, they were my therapy when I couldn't afford therapy. They're the reason that I had gotten to where I was and was, you know, starting Klebold Threads and whatnot. And so I sent it to several of them, and I never heard anything. I didn't expect to hear anything. I hoped one day maybe, like, they would be, like, wearing it as, like, maybe a trash shirt or something, like paint. I don't know. I figured I wanted to give them something tangible. I wanted to thank these people. And so I did it. And while I'm in the hospital, I keep getting these tings. And Peter Mon was wearing one of my shirts, the shirt that I'd sent him, to a concert, and was actually tagging me in them, and was getting so much love and so much appreciation. And it was just like, I'm sitting here in the hospital. I graduate in 3 days. My baby is hooked up to these wires. I'm trying to write my final essay paper because I had a final the day before I graduated. and this is happening. And then at the same time, I had entered in a single moms contest for Jaclyn Hill's 12 Days of Christmas giveaways, and I've done it the year before and I did it this year, and kind of just gotten like annoyance from my friends and a little bit of support, but nothing really, like maybe like 90 likes or something. And my phone was absolutely going nuts. It was, I'm gonna go look real quick. The love and support that came, I guess through the hashtags, I don't know, it was, I have never and doubt I will ever experience anything like it again. It was so insane. I have 2,051 likes and 920, oh. Okay, I'm back. My camera died, so I had to like move it and stuff, so y'all are in probably a different frame, or I'm in a different frame. But anyways, my phone tried to die. Let's see if it's charged. It's charged enough. So we were discussing, so we're in the hospital. I'm in the hospital with Klaus. The thing's going on with Peter Mon. I'm like over the moon. I entered the Jaclyn Hill giveaway, and the love is like pouring in. I have, let's see, there's 921 comments and 2,051 likes, which I have never experienced anything even remotely close to ever. That blew my mind. People were like messaging me like, you're not gonna get it because you're trending, like because like you're getting too much attention. And I'm like, well, I'm not asking for the attention. I just wanted the chance to win Jaclyn's giveaway. It was just blowing up between Peter Mon and Jaclyn. I'm in the hospital. There's so much going on. I'm gonna zoom you in further. Yeah. And yes, so then I start receiving hate because I have so many followers, which even to this day, let's see, I have 1,100 followers and I follow 1,200. So I don't really know how that works, considering I follow more people than I'm followed by. And every single person that would like or subscribe to my Instagram, I would go back and subscribe to theirs. I was going through and like thinking and like hearting every single comment, and trying to comment back to people. I had a few really like wonderful conversations with some people, and I think I was at like 900. I was following like 900 before that, and I'm at like 1,200 now, so it's like 300 plus people that I followed during this. And I don't know, people were saying that like I was only getting the attention because I had a good camera and because I had such a huge following, and something else. I can't remember what the third thing was, but I mean, haters are gonna hate. I have received so much more hate since then. I'm kind of trying to take it as that means you're gonna be successful, because you're not successful until the hate comes in. But I mean, it is what it is, and it's fine. I am so grateful for all the love, and it does outweigh the hate that was received and is being received. Jaclyn's giveaway helped me to pay to go see Klaus and I's family for Christmas. It helped me to like get through Christmas without being in debt. And I'm very grateful. You know, she doesn't have to use her platform to give anything away. There are hundreds of thousands of YouTubers that give nothing. She gives away tens of thousands of dollars worth of things to her fans, and she doesn't have to. And I'm so grateful for her, for what she's done for me and what she's done for other women. And yeah, so there's that. So we go to the hospital. I graduate. Haters, Yes. Okay, so then we get into, like, it's in the fall. So I'm going to jump back a little bit I did get to do my first photo shoot for Klebold Threads, which was incredible. We used my mom's car and my best friend's husband pickup, and we went to, like, the local railroad station, and we went to, like, where the old train tracks used to be that aren't there anymore. My closest friends were models for me, which was amazing. Made some new friends through it with some substitute models, and it was just really, really amazing. I was also in the newspaper, which is just crazy. I have that video, I'll link it below, but it was a little ways back I read the article, and it was written by a previous kind of friend who's become a very good friend, and that was just absolutely insane. It was like a whirlwind for my emotions, and the picture that was too good, the reason that I got the thing or whatever, was actually taken by the photographer for the photo shoot for Klebold Threads. So there's that. Yeah, so photo shoot was amazing. I'm so blessed with my friends and the photographer. She shot my wedding. She shot all my family's pictures. She did some of Klaus's newborns. She's literally documented the last 5 years of my life, and I could not be more grateful to her for that. I don't know what to call him. I kind of call him my nephew, but he is my cousin, but he's one of my favorite people in the earth, on the earth, not in the earth, on the earth. Me and him and his little brother and his dad are super, super tight. His dad's like my first cousin, so they would be my second cousins. But he...
My cousin doesn't feel good enough. Like, he is one of my like ride or dies. Like, I love him, his dad, his brother. I love my whole family, but they're who I'm closest to. Aside from like my niece and another nephew. I have like a little tribe in my family. He's one of them.
He graduated from high school and college this past spring. He went to this weird program that he didn't want to go to, but he did go to it. And after he graduated, he went to a camp in California it was like a bullfighting camp. Never been in front of a bull ever in his whole life. Never. Like, been around it, but not in front of one. And took him by storm. They were like, who are you? We want you. You're going somewhere. You're incredible. He was 17. And he has taken them by storm. Bullfighters only is only like 3 years old. It is a new sport. It is honestly got to be the toughest sport on dirt. It is not 8 seconds on a bull. It is 40 seconds in front of a bull. It is insane. And he went from being in front of a bull for the first time ever to, he made it to the national finals world champion event in Vegas this year. He's only 18. He won like the OtterBox Hard Knocks. He won best stunt. He got the best overall score. He made it all the way until, like, he didn't make it to the finals, but he made it up to the finals, because it's like a week-long event of bullfights, and he's just killing the game, and he stayed humble, and he's so sweet, and I'm just so excited to see where the future goes for him. And there's a chance that maybe he might be coming up to go to school here near me, and my niece Kylie, I'm gonna say her name, it'll be fun, she's gonna be in videos soon, I'm sure. She's moving up here. She was at Texas State. She's coming home, and she will be moving here in like 6 days, so that's very exciting. Him and her are my oldest nephew, niece, cousin things. I'm the youngest of my generation, and they're the oldest, well, pretty much the oldest of theirs. And so we've always been really tight, and kind of the three of us were always over all of the kids to like manage them all. And so we have a really tight bond, and I'm ecstatic that one of them is coming up here, but if both of them come up here, I'm going to squeal with glee for days. I'm so excited. Either way, I'm hoping to travel a bunch and get to watch Chance fight bulls and take Kylie with me, and just, I'm excited to live again. I want to live again. I want to get out of my bed. I also don't. I want to be in my bed. I want to, it's just an internal battle, but I know that having them here will be a huge contributor to me kind of getting back on the horse that is life, which is incredible. And that they'll be here for Klaus, and they're both so wonderful with him, and he like can roughhouse and play and things that I'm not really good at. And so I'm just ecstatic that maybe they are coming up here, but also that I won't be in school, and because of you guys and because of Klebold Threads, will have the freedom to go with them and watch them grow and watch their stories unfold and hopefully document some of it. So there's that. I tried a bidet, which too much information, and I actually got one for Christmas, which is super cool, super crazy. If you haven't experienced one, experience it. Also, the squatty potty is a must-have. I need to do a like ride or die things of 2018, because squatty potty is definitely in it. Yeah. While I'm looking, I started working on my arm, and hopefully I will finish that before summer. I'm not super like happy with it right now, but that's because it's in like a weird stage. But I do love, I don't know if you can see him. Ugh, I love him. Anyways, that happened in 2018. I just heard something. And then I'm gonna I hear someone. Hold on. Okay, it's my mom. So 2019. Like I said, my littles are coming here, which is so exciting. I'm wanting to travel. I'm going to Vegas. We were going to do my senior trip, or my graduation trip, in the spring, but since Chance is going to be in Vegas again next year competing, we're going to bump it back to December, so that way we can go see him, and that'll be just incredible. I'm planning on visiting some friends that are entrepreneurs and picking their brains and getting to do everything I can to make Klebold Threads the best that it can be as soon as I can, as well as just traveling and seeing friends. I want to go see one of my best friends that lives in Chicago. I want to go see one of my husband's best friends that they live wherever the hell they live that I can never remember the name. I want to start maybe a Facebook group, maybe on the website. I have to figure it out. I want to start a conversation group, kind of like my dog, sorry, a friends group for people who are survivors, who need survivors to talk to have a private place to communicate for whenever, you're struggling and you can't call your friends because they don't understand, to have people to connect to. That's one of my goals this year. I'm also doing a dream board this year, to manifest things into reality. This is going to be an incredible year, and I just know that. I'm going to talk about some scary relationships that I had last year, and I'm going to be really candid. I'm going to tell my story without apology. Lottie, you're just very pretty. And, oh my goodness, come here. You gonna be on camera? Can you say hi? Oh my gosh. You're such a spaz. And I'm going to take y'all along for the journey of 2019. It's going to be a good year. And we spent the first 4 days kind of in a rut. But those were our 4 days of rut, and we're not going to go back. And if we do, I'm going to do my best to allow y'all to see those moments candidly. So there's that. Happy New Year. I hope everyone is doing wonderful. I hope that this year brings all your dreams, and that 2018 is left in the past. The hate, the canceled society, the keyboard warriors, all of the judgmentalness, I hope it's all left in 2018 and that we've learned and that we've overcome that, and we are going into a year of forgiveness and understanding and empathy. Empathy is one of the biggest things that I want to push. I don't know how to say that. I want to push empathy this year as a human trait for people to grab a hold of. So I love you guys, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys. I need to find an outro and an intro. Look at the ring light. It makes rings around my eyes. We gotta learn some stuff, y'all. Look how close my teeth are getting together. I used to cut my tongue between my teeth. That's insane. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.